to St. Vincent's newsroom with Tree Brew, and these are your headlines. As land pollution increases rapidly, more and more problems will arise. Our correspondent Louise Wallace will interview Ms. Colleen on what she feels about land pollution. Shortly after, we will witness eye-opening facts with Alan Seljo on land pollution. And lastly, Vince Flores will save the day by telling us the weather forecast for 2050. So please stay tuned on St. Vincent's newsroom with Tree Brew. You are watching St. Vincent's newsroom with Tree Brew. My name is Josh Basco, your newsroom presenter. There are many causes of land pollution, from the trash we throw away in our homes to the waste that is produced at giant factories. Our correspondent Louise Wallace interviewed Ms. Colleen on what she feels about land pollution. Let's take a look.
So thank you, Josh. I'm here with Ms. Colleen, a CSP teacher in St. Vincent Secondary School. So Ms. Colleen, how do you feel about land pollution and what can we do to combat it?
So my feelings on land pollution, I suppose, as a person, I'm very saddened that we've come to this. We obviously are overusing our plastics and so on, and we're wasting so much waste that we're producing as a human race. It's very sad, and our landfills are being filled up, and our water's being polluted, and it's having a massive effect on our ecosystem. Things that we can do to combat it, I suppose, take responsibility. It's very important that as individuals we take responsibility for our actions. Education's a big part of it. Young people need to be educated and need to be informed of the benefits of recycling and reducing, through kind of different programs like Green Schools, CSP, and other programs that are within primary and secondary schools. I suppose the responsibility would be the big one, education, and then even if everybody just made one change, if we all just kind of made one change, remember to put that plastic bottle or that wrapper in the right bin. Remember not to contaminate our recycling by putting food in it or putting things that aren't meant to go into the recycling bin. I think if everybody made one change, that's a lot of one changes that could add up and really make an impact.
So there you have it. Obviously we're overusing our resources. Landfills are being filled up too much with waste. Water is being polluted yet again because of land pollution. Education plays a big factor in land pollution, as this will teach young people to put the right rubbish into the right bin. For the newsroom, I'm Louis Wallace.
Thank you, Louis. Did you know that according to the Climate Action Performance Index 2019, Ireland ranked as the worst country in the European Union for performance on climate action? Here today I have Alan Seljo, who will be giving us facts on land pollution. So Alan, tell me, what are your facts of the day?
Josh, I have so many facts with me right now. So without further ado, let us begin. Land pollution, otherwise known as soil contamination, as part of land is usually caused from industrial activities, agricultural chemicals, and improper disposal of waste. As we all know, the temperature of our Earth has been rising rapidly over the past 100 years. And one major reason for this is land pollution. As land pollution and soil erosion progresses, animals are forced to move from their habitats and adapt to newer conditions. Due to this, a lot of animals are at a risk of extinction. According to DoSomething.org, around 1.1 million animals in the sea die each year due to land pollution from humans. Types of land pollution, like mining, farming, and sewage waste from factories, allow harmful chemicals to enter into our seas and oceans. These harmful chemicals can cause animals and plants to die, disrupting our food chain. Landfills release a greenhouse gas called methane, which can lead to global warming. Different types of land pollution have been known to have impacts on the health of both animals and humans. Types of land pollution can cause diseases such as cancers, deformities, and skin problems. If you haven't noticed, I have made posters which can be seen around the school. I made it myself, and hopefully from this poster, you'll be able to illustrate what our world is becoming like. So there you go. I could go on about saying so many facts, but I will save that for later. For the newsroom, I am Alan Seljo.
Thank you for those eye-opening facts, Alan. Prior to this newsroom presentation, we conducted a survey. We asked 8 simple questions about land pollution, and 102 people took part in our survey. Louis Froilan has the results. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Josh. The survey was very simple, and we appreciate the 102 people who partook in this survey. There were a few questions in this survey that were particularly interesting. As stated beforehand, Ireland is ranked worst in the EU for climate action. So we added this to the survey. Surprisingly, 75% of people did not know about this, which suggests a lack of information being spread about this issue. Plastic products take about 1,000 years to decompose, and our survey takers were aware of that. The majority also believe in fining people that don't recycle properly. Lastly, 90% of our survey takers agree on fining countries and their governments that pollute the most. Up next, Vince Flores has the weather forecast for 2050. Over to you, Vince.
Thanks, Lewis. 2050 is just 3 decades away, and we have reports of what the weather will be like. It doesn't look good. Hurricanes are expected to be more stronger, more frequent as we get closer to the 2050. Flooding won't be more frequent in the low-lying areas of Ireland. This won't shut down public buildings and delay events. Raining is going to come in short bursts of 1 day and will probably not rain for 7 days. In the winter, there will be an increase of temperature of 10 degrees. Winter storms are going to become less stronger and less frequent. In the summer, droughts are going to be more frequent as there will be a temperature rise. Riverbanks are expected to burst and will probably happen every week. This is your 2050 weather report. For the newsroom, I am Vince Flores.
So there you go. This has been your newsroom roundup for land pollution. My name is Josh Pasco, your newsroom presenter.
My name is Lewis Wallace, your newsroom interviewer.
My name is Alan Sergio, your newsroom faxman.
And of course, I am Vince Flores, your newsroom weatherman.
And this has been St. Vincent's Newsroom with Tree Brew. Have a good day.